Samantha Myers. I'll start by showing you my note cards I'll be using today to present my speech. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to make crayon art. This is a wonderful project to do at any age and just a way to repurpose some old crayons that may be laying around the house. So for the crayon art, you're going to need a canvas. We're going to use the larger canvas today. Also, you'll be needing some crayons. I would recommend buying the Crayon brand over the generic just because it does melt better. You're also going to be using a blow dryer. Any blow dryer really works as long as it has a hot setting on it. You'll also be needing some tacky glue. We'll work on the canvas and the crayons. Also, I would recommend getting some newspaper or even cardboard just because this process could get a little messy. I would recommend having a pencil just in case you did want to trace something out canvas before you actually glue it on and make a permanent choice. It's also really helpful if you can have a glass of water with you, just because when you dip the crayons in the water, it definitely makes it a lot easier to peel. So the first step, I would say, is to unwrap your canvas, and I've already done so here. And then I would pick out a design that appeals to you. You can do a heart-shaped, you can do a straight line. Today, however, we are going to do a heart-shaped. I can bring the camera closer just so you guys can see. Okay, so here we have the canvas, and I don't know if you guys can see, but I have sketched out a light pencil mark of a heart right here. The crayons can be kind of shooting out and melting upwards. The next thing I would do is unwrap your crayons. So you can go in your crayon box and you can pick out any colors you like. You can do a nice mix of colors. You can do dark fading into light, anything you like. So just pick out some crayons that you'd like to use. Let's just say we're going to use the orange ones. I'm just going to show you guys a few tricks that help get the crayons off, because if you start to peel them, it's like, look at that. It rips right and it doesn't work that good. So just to save a little time, you can actually put the crayons right in the cup of water that you had ready. Let them sit for a second and just pull them out. And they should get like really soft, and look at it. It just comes right off. So this is definitely a much faster way of doing it. So you're just gonna do that for all your crayons. Once you've got enough crayons, you can kind of display them and see how many you really are going to need. Just to save a little time throughout the video, I have already peeled my crayons over here. So after you've gotten your crayons all peeled, I can show you what to do next. For tonight's demonstration, I'm definitely going to do it in color order. So if you want to take the time to just organize them in the order that you want them done. Once you have your colors all organized, you can start moving them from the countertop to your actual canvas, just so you can see how they're all laid out. If we're doing the heart shape, you want to make sure that there is enough space between the crayons that it looks like a heart, because sometimes it can get a little messy and not look like a heart if you arrange them in a certain way. And then once they're all on there, we can begin to kind of lay them out and shape them into the heart shape so they look appropriate. Now that we have them all on here, I would start in the middle, just because the middle one, you want to make sure the middle one is completely straight, just so they can see how the heart goes in the center. So longest one in there in the center. And then almost like go up in tiers on both sides. You're going to be gradually going around, gradually bringing it up. That way it looks like a heart shaped. And you want to just make sure that they're even on both sides. And then just keep going around. You're going to see kind of like an awkward space at the top over here, just because it is rounded. So when it comes down to a V, those are the areas that you're going to want your crayons to be more straight. And the top of the heart, where there's the bend, those are the areas that you're going to want to be more curved. And so to make it look more curved, you're going to have to separate them, just so that you can tell that there's a bend there. Once you've gotten most of your heart shape down, then you're going to want to make sure that the spaces are even and separated, and you're going to just want to make them slight. So you can just take your fingertip and kind of start from the center and space it out. Once you've done that, I can turn this just so you guys can see. So that is what the heart shape is going to look like. Just remove the crayon that you're trying to glue. And then just draw a straight line with the glue. And press it firmly back on the canvas. And then do the same thing with the others. Just keep, same process, just keep removing a crayon, putting the glue on, putting the crayon back. So just repeat the process, and I'll fast forward the video just so you guys can see the whole finished product. Once you've laid down all of your protective newspaper and you've got your blow dryer plugged in, you're going to want to start by holding it downwards. This way the crayons start melting down this way. Move the canvas all around that way, like it melts in the direction that the heart is in. So just start with one area. I would do like a grouping of 2 or 3 crayons, get it to melt all the way down, and then move to the next set. 2 or 3 crayons, have it melt, and just make sure you're moving the canvas. I'll fast forward to this part and let you know the finished product. The final product here. So I did the same thing. As I told you guys, I turned it and just blow dried it, and it just melted the crayons, and I turned it as I went, and it came out perfectly. And then, like I said, you could personalize it any way you want. So I took it a step further and found a quote online that I liked, and I just traced it in, wrote it in with a Sharpie. I mean, you can do anything you like. You can put flowers in there. You can put pictures of your friends or family in there. You can do so much with this. So it's really up to you how you'd like to finish it off. But that's the final product. So I hope after this video you guys can do one of these on your own or do it with a family member or something like that, because this is just a really fun project. So hope you guys all have a good day.